real. I actually had to go do a check-in with my doctor, and we were asking about medicines, and I said that I don't know if my anxiety stuff is working because it doesn't feel like it is.
Hey guys, welcome back to another one. I spent a lot of time on TikTok today. Reason being, it took me a lot longer to find clips for you guys today than it normally does. I like to, usually pull out the fresh ones. There's still a lot of that Ukraine stuff out there, so I sifted through it. I didn't want to do another Ukraine video. I wanted to get back to our roots, to get back to like one of our usual shows that we do. And it took me a while to really find some stuff. I mean, if the talking point is still a little bit about Ukraine, fine, but majority of the clips I was bumping into today was all about Ukraine, and I think 3 videos is enough of that, right? So tonight, guys, we are getting into right back to the roots. We're going to go with some big glasses, some bullrings, and big mouths and bad opinions. Let's get into it.
All of y'all sitting in my comments calling me stupid and a libtard and purple hair and go fight for Ukraine and all of that shit. I rage baited the fuck out of y'all, didn't I? I said USSA and y'all almost lost your heads. Fuck y'all.
Why is their comeback always, oh, so you're so perfect now? Like, that's the best you got, huh? That's the most you can use your brain. I think I'm perfect. We know damn well that I don't. But what I do is care about other human beings, no matter what.
Lots of calls for the 4B movement. Down for it. Let's do it. I also wants to start another movement as well. Now, bear with me because I have ADHD and my ism shows a lot. I also have a TBI. But besides the point, I want to start a movement where even us, let's just say even us quote unquote ugly fat chicks, I don't think that we should fuck with them either. Absolutely not.
This isn't cool to say at all because I know that we're all struggling. But like, I told you so. Is this not exactly what we said would happen?
I love when men come into my comments because they can't ever argue with what I said, but they didn't like it. So they attack me one of 2 ways. Either they go right for my looks, which, first of all, be so for real. Or they attack the man of my life. Waddy decided to go with the latter. You know who calls other men soy boys? Soy boys.
Are you going to celebrate when it happens? I don't know. I don't know because I think I'm going to be in shock. I think I'm not going to be able to process it. I think I'm going to be sitting around waiting for the other shoe to drop and thinking, no, it can't be over. No, what's coming next? What horrible thing is going to happen to us? Because if you've ever been like in an abusive relationship or in a system that treats you like this, when it finally ends, you don't know what to do. Truly, I think what's going to happen is one day I'm going to be scrolling through my TikTok and I'm going to be like, who are all these people I'm following? Because suddenly they're sharing their interests and hobbies and things that bring them joy, and they're no longer talking about political or like horrible, scary things because like we can finally do good things again. And I don't think I'm going to know how to process joy and happiness and fun because I already have problems with it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I think we're going to all get in the streets and sing No One Warns the Wicked. But then after that, I think I'm going to be in freeze mode for a bit. Yeah, that's what I'll do.
These people truly are sick. They're mentally ill. This is like in yesterday's video. More of these clips. This is the only one in this video of people bringing up, removing Donald Trump. And it's not only removing him. They haven't really thought that through. As we were pointing out yesterday, the repercussions of Donald Trump being removed would not be pretty. It wouldn't be pretty for either side. It would definitely create civil unrest. Drastic civil unrest. I'm being kind with those words. But it's the sickness. You hear them talking about how would you celebrate? Like, A clip that we played yesterday, a girl talking about bringing herself on a shopping trip to celebrate. This one here, not sure how she'd celebrate. She'd have to, like, wait for the other shoe to drop to see, like, are we sure we're in the clear yet? Honestly speaking, what has Donald Trump actually done in his role of being a leader that makes him like a dictator? What, he's deporting illegal immigrants? Defending your border? Clearing out government fraud? Government waste? Government efficiency? Clearing out what you guys still don't believe is the deep state when he's proving it daily? You guys are going to be in for a real shocker soon. When these files start to come out, these liberals are going to be in for a real shock, and they're going to realize just how real the deep state is and that Donald Trump is not the bad guy.
Yeah, now we're cooking. Now we're talking. This is what I understand. The Trump-Vance-Zelensky meetings seem more Venus in retrograde. And yes, the hell it did. We're talking about reassessing our values. Are you kidding me? It was a very different scene from Biden sitting with Zelensky and Zelensky bringing the battle flag to Pelosi. We have changed our values. We have changed our stance. We have changed our worth, we believe. It was so Venus in retrograde. It wasn't even Venus in retrograde. It was Venus in retrograde in Aries near America's Chiron. We were demoted.
Block muggers, do it. They're a bunch of self-deluding, hateful, racist, transphobic, homophobic, bigoted fools. All of the isms, right? They actually hate conversing with each other, which is why they seek out liberals and leftists to antagonize at every opportunity. They hate fun, they hate books, they hate learning, they hate education, they hate truth, they hate facts, they hate science. If this was 1939, they'd side with the Germans. Block Margers.
Trump and Vance are Russian assets.
Hey, if we end up at the same wellness farm, do you want to bunk up together? Make you a friendship bracelet from my hair. Whether you want me to or not. Hey,
If I was a liberal, I'd be so embarrassed because they're all just colored hair, tattooed, coffee-giving freaks. Better than a racist. This was made by a queer, by the way.
Hey, I was typing up a response, but I really feel like I should just talk to you. So, I don't want people to just come here and show up and be citizens. That's not what I'm asking for. I want people to be vetted, and I want us to have checks and balances to make sure that people who are coming here are safe. But currently, it's not like that. It's all about money. It's currently a system where you have to pay a specific amount of money to get here. And people who have money are criminals. Criminals have money. They just steal it. So, like, I don't know, man. The system's completely broken. I really just don't feel like we should be angry at these people for wanting a better life and trying to come here the right way, but just, like, being blocked by the system.
Liberals truly live in a bubble. I mean, let's pretend that we were still in the Biden administration. And if Joe Biden said, you know what, I'm closing up my border tight, and anybody who wants to become a citizen now, not anybody, but an easier path to citizenship is to buy one of these $5 million gold cards. And it's going to boost the economy. The more people that come here, it's going to create jobs. Oh my Lord, the left would be like, oh my gosh, Joe Biden, you belong on Mount Rushmore. You are such a genius. But no, because it's a Republican doing it, oh no, like, we want to have people come to the country and they should be vetted, but even a criminal has money. This is just going to let criminals in the country. For the past 4 years, the Biden administration, literally, not just did they have the wall open, they had it welded open where it can't even be closed. And that's no joke. That's literally welded open, where the border wall could not be closed. People can come in at any old time. So there's no problem with letting an illegal immigrant, criminal illegal immigrant, come in that way. But it's an issue now that Donald Trump has found another way with the border wall closed that $5 million to get yourself an easier path to citizenship, that's just a crooked way now, right? Like that's Trump's way of letting the Russian oligarchs in. There's always going to be something with the liberals. Again, as I stated in the past, if Donald Trump cured cancer, it would be his fault that there's less jobs in hospitals. It's absolutely ridiculous.
I don't know how far it's going to reach outside the United States, but let me make it abundantly clear that orange motherfucker don't speak for me. I did not vote for him. I did not vote for that African bitch. I don't know what kind of bullshit they starting overseas, but that motherfucker don't speak for me.
Guys, if you just stay really quiet and go outside for a second, you can literally hear Canada laughing at us right now. Listen.
Well, you're almost right. The Oval Office is by invitation only, but that's not the end of the story, see? Because the invitations can't violate the First Amendment. For example, the Trump administration can't exclude the Associated Press just because the Associated Press won't say what they want them to say. That's a First Amendment violation, which you would know if you knew anything at all about the First Amendment. So, at the risk of repeating myself, tell me you don't know anything about the First Amendment without telling me. Well, you're almost right.
How many times, can you name one time a trans person has affected your life? Because I can't even count how many times a straight cis man has affected mine. Let's ban them. Let's ban those.
Bro has the nerve to use the word coup after everything Trump has been through since 2016? What has Trump been through? He dodged any criminal accountability. He completely escaped justice. And now he's president again. Like, he's back in the Oval Office. So what did poor little baby Trump go through? Oh, I imagine feeling this way about a billionaire who just continuously fails upwards. Wow.
Hey, just had an actual total hypocrisy moment that I want to share with you. I was scrolling through my FYP and I found this video of Vance. But before I show it to you, I just want to ask you if you remember that time, say, Friday, when JD Vance sat in our Oval Office and berated a wartime president and alleged that he was disrespectful and accused him of not saying thank you and pointed out that he wasn't wearing a suit, demanding respect for the American people and the White House, like just being an absolute a-hole. Well, do we think the following video is respectful?
Just got a ride from our amazing vice president. Say hi, JD. Hey guys, when you get elected vice president, they give you this sweet jacket. So it was all worth it, but we're having fun in DC. Stay safe out there. And this plane. Thanks, man. Thanks, everyone.
So you're just like sarcastically being like, I'm vice president, so I have this cool jacket. And then you have Charlie Kirk, of all people, on Air Force 2 with you. And he's like, and you get this plane. Like, it's giving middle school boy steals mom's phone and posts TikTok to brag to their friends, and mom and dad don't know about it. Even more disrespectful, JD Vance, is the fact that you went skiing this weekend while South Carolina's on fire and people in California are homeless and the world is in shambles. You decided it was like ideal to just like hit the slopes. Okay. Respectful, very respectful of the American people.
Okay, so at first I wasn't going to use this clip because I didn't really find there was like, too much meat on the bone, except for when it's the two things that she states. Her moment of hypocrisy, which is that video of JD Vance on Air Force 2 with Charlie Kirk talking about the sweet jacket and bringing up how JD Vance has gone on a family ski trip while South Carolina's on fire. Okay, fair enough. With the whole ski trip thing. That is fair enough. But what made me want to use this, for some reason, this brought me back a little bit and brought me back to the fires in Lahaina. The natural wildfire that took out all of Lahaina in a 2-hour span and burnt things to white ash. Unless it was blue. A little strange. But not just the natural wildfire of Lahaina. How come there's no criticism over Joe Biden's response to that? It took him 14 days to go there. There was video of him on the beach eating ice cream. while people in Lahaina literally burned to death and their homes were gone. And Joe Biden sat on his useless ass on the beach, being the absolute useless garbage president that he was for his entire term. And what was the best he was able to do? A one-time $700 payment to each resident that lost their homes and family members. Several missing children that were never recovered either, that nobody's ever talked about again. And then very shortly after, I think he sent another $60 billion to Ukraine. A one-time payment for them of $700, his own citizens, and it took him 14 days to even get there. And while he was there, he fell asleep sitting in a chair. And another $60 billion to Ukraine. These people don't even seem to have a problem with that whatsoever. It's absolutely disgusting.
Nobody lied. I said y'all were fucking stupid for following Elon Musk and Trump. That's what I said. I said that it was a dumb fucking idea because we are turning into the enemies. If you would fucking fact check yourself, you'd know Vladimir Putin's fucking personal spokesperson just said Trump's shit coincides with their shit. Grow the motherfuck up, you ballless fuck!
Yeah. Sames. Sames.
Kind of like just because he's the president doesn't change the fact that he's a criminal. I'm shocked you're not more on board with this.
PSA to all the Republicans that have 1776 in their bio, yeah, you need to take that off if you're okay with this. Or this. Or this.
This is literally the head of the states' rights small government party. I didn't realize small government meant one guy. That's what you meant by small? That's the antithesis of America, my guy. The whole point of this country is it isn't one guy. Like, what's not clicking? What's not clicking? Anyway, we're so fucked. Oh, God. Wow.
Do you feel better now? Does that make you feel above me somehow to insult me? I don't give a shit what you think about me. But this is one of the 5 comments y'all make. And it's fucking stupid. You could at least come up with something more original. For real.
All bullshit aside, I fuck with Zelensky. I fuck with him the long way. He sat there and tried to respect that man. And that man disrespected him and let everybody in that room disrespect him. And Zelensky did not back the fuck down not one time. He is not going to agree for you to take half of their people's shit and leave them destitute just so you can save them from Russia. Because either way it goes, they are fucked. He said, oh, well, Russia didn't respect Biden. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Oh, well, you have nothing. I've empowered you to be the man that you are. You act like you birthed that man. That man is a fucking president of his own country. You didn't empower shit. Let's be real. You just got in office. You didn't empower a damn thing. Zelensky left, as he should, with his dignity and respect. And who the fuck cares if he wears a motherfucking suit? This man and his country is at war, invasions with Russia. You think he got time to worry about what the fuck he wearing? I hope he joined NATO. Zelensky joined NATO. At this point, that's all you can do right now. Keep your fucking self-respect. It's sad when people in America see you as a hero and the man in our fucking office as a fucking coward, bowing down to Russia because you owe that man for bailing you out when all of your businesses went bankrupt. And the only reason you want those minerals, because you don't want Russia to have them. Go off, Zelensky. Do what the fuck you gotta do.
Okay, so right off the bat, with her reference to that Oval Office meeting with Zelensky stating that he sat there and he was respectful the whole time, Again, this is somebody who has literally just probably watched the last 5 to 10 minutes of that day, when all the shit hit the fan, and didn't watch the preceding 30 to 40 minutes before it. Zelensky was not disrespectful. It's not like he was being a jerk, but he was acting very entitled, like as if, he's used to going to countries and making like his little tours. Like when he runs out of cash, he makes his little world tour with a collection plate. And he's used to getting this utmost amount of like war hero respect when he visits countries. And that didn't exactly happen with Trump because, as we know, Trump can pretty much all see through him and knows what Zelensky needs to do in order to end this war peacefully. And she's just another liberal who thinks that, Trump just wants those rare earth minerals just so he can make money. Yeah, he does want to recuperate some of that money back, but it also offers very legitimate protection for Ukraine. We spoke about this in yesterday's video. If the United States has official business in Ukraine, it gives Putin much less of a reason or to justify a reason to attack, because then he's provoking the United States as well. Now, she, like most liberals, want to act like as if Zelensky left the White House willingly with his head held high. JD Vance even confirmed. He only said once, though. I think he's doing that, out of respect to Zelensky, stating that, yeah, they tried to get back in. They contacted the White House staff, and they tried to get back in. They wanted to renegotiate. Zelensky knew right off the bat that he screwed up, and he screwed up big time. So it's funny now, because 72 hours later, when Trump said that he's not canceling aid to the Ukraine, he's putting a pause on it, Zelensky changed his tune. Now he's willing to negotiate. He wants to have these peace talks. That's Trump playing chess for you. He knew that this was going to happen. Maybe not within 72 hours. That is a lot quicker than I expected. I thought this was going to last a couple weeks, but Zelensky's willing to talk now. So let's hope that this puts an end to this BS war. Enough is enough. Enough lives have been lost. All right, guys, I do have one more clip for you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Again, check out the links in my description below to go check out the DrunkPinata show. Like, comment, subscribe if you guys are new, and I shall see you guys in our next one.
So I just finished watching Donald Trump's State of the Union speech, and it is legitimately one of the worst speeches I've ever seen, certainly one of the worst joint addresses to Congress I've ever seen. Throughout that entire speech, he lied and lied and lied some more.
Guys like Harry Sisson, that kind of blew up.
I know him very well.
So, obviously he's very useful to the Democrats.
He's very well compensated, I want you to know. He gets paid the DNC, by super PACs, by...
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
When you say well compensated, what type of numbers are you talking about?
Hundreds of thousands.
Americans are struggling right now. Prices are going up. GDP is falling. The stock market is falling. Recession fears are going up. And instead of addressing those very real fears, Donald Trump decided to instead talk about invading Panama and Greenland and putting tariffs on our allies. I mean, it's insane.
So he's being paid by TikTok, by the DNC, by various Democratic firms like Good Influence.
Good Influence pays Harry Sisson.
I'm almost positive, yeah. Good Influence pays a lot of influencers.
Who else outside of him?
All of them are paid.
Donald Trump also said he was going to lower prices on day one, that he was going to eliminate inflation on day one. And right now, prices are going up for average everyday Americans, and he's silent about that. He's lying to you saying, oh, everything's so great. No, everything is not so great. An entire speech, he ignored issues that actually matter and instead focused on things that he cares about and his pet projects.
Are they getting paid to say things they don't believe in?
Yes, because I know for a fact that...
Got it. So you don't think Harry Sisson believes in what he's saying?
I know that he didn't think that Biden was fit.
How do you know that? The way he described
because
Biden
we shared
was...
a manager for like a month.
You guys shared a manager together for a month. You're kidding me. He made it seem like Biden was a second dad to him.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I even spent more time with Biden than he did. I think he met Biden like twice.
And so he just said it because
I do want to say, like, Harry, if you're listening to this, I mean, I still like you as a person. I'm sorry, but it is the truth, and you know I'm telling the truth. Like, you didn't think that Biden was fit.
Trump is giving out tax cuts to billionaires like Elon Musk. You are suffering at home. Your programs are now on the table for cutting.
People were so terrified of Trump. They believed that he was an existential threat to democracy, so they were willing to say whatever it took to defeat him.
that you think he believes in, that Trump was an existential threat
He
to
definitely still believes that.
Policies that support you, your friends, your family, your loved ones are on the cutting board for Donald Trump. Terrible speech, insanity.